I'm sure you've heard it all before. You need to activate prior knowledge. Students need to be active participants to their learning. The advice goes on and on. But how exactly are you supposed to do all those things? You know that the students who entered your classroom come preloaded with knowledge and a variety of experiences. You completely understand that they aren't blank slates. And you know that your job as a teacher is to evaluate your pupils' background knowledge and assist them in making deep connections to new ideas and concepts. But how? One tool that you can use for this purpose is the KWL chart. A KWL chart gets its name from the three sections that make up the chart. The K column stands for what students know, the W represents what students want to know, and the L is reserved for what students have learned. This is a very useful tool that works well within any content area. Now, when using the KWL chart, it's really important that you don't put the chart before the lesson. In other words, don't introduce the chart before you introduce the topic you're teaching. Remember, the purpose of the KWL chart is to help students connect with your lesson. So imperative that you take the time to introduce your lesson first. Once you've made students aware of what they will be learning, find out what they already know about the topic using the KWL. That's where the What I Know portion of the chart comes into play. You need to create one large chart for the class and write down facts that students share. Or you can give students their own chart to fill out. Either way, the What I Know section is critical to effectiveness to the chart itself because it allows students to take an inventory of any background knowledge that may have in relate to the topic. This begins the process of helping students make connections. And the key ingredient in making connections is curiosity. The W section of the chart really shows evidence of the students' curiosity because this is where they say what they want to know about the topic. This is where the questions would go. For example, if the lesson is about the solar system, one question that may fall to this section could be, why isn't Pluto a planet anymore? A question like that reveals the couple things. First, it lets you know that students already know either some or all the planets. It also tells you that the student understands that Pluto used to be a planet, but for some reason, no longer is one. As a teacher, this type of question is good because it lets you know that the student is ready for a lesson that goes deeper than simply naming planets to discussing the characteristics of the planet. In other words, it helps you tailor the lesson to the interests and needs of your pupils. Last is the What I've Learned section. This is the section that provides you with that every teacher looks for the daily basis, evidence of learning. This section allows students to make a direct connection between what they knew before the lesson to what they now know as the result of the learning experience. So if you like to activate students' background knowledge and create a learning environment that allows them to be active participants in their learning, consider to use this KWL strategy in your teaching.